Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening and salam biru warna. So the Honorable our guest Miss Fatir Nur Natasha, our first panel, Miss Aida Fahria, and the last one Anissa Fahana as our panels for today. So welcome to Islamic and Conventional Banking Law in Malaysia, a historical comparison forum. So we're thrilled to have you here. So please take a moment to read our forum guidelines in the chat box. So ladies and gentlemen, before we begin our sharing season, I would like to provide an overview of Islamic banking. So Islamic banking, also known as a Sharia compliant banking, is a system of banking that adheres to the principles of Islamic law. This system is grounded in the ethical and moral values of Islam and aims to promote fairness, transparency, and social justice in financial transactions. So, Ms. Tasha, can you tell us the key principles in Islamic banking and the common contracts in Islamic bankings?
Thank you, Miss Moderator. Basically, the key principle in Islamic banking have two, which are the profit or loss sharing and the prohibition of interest, which is riba. As we know, Islamic banking is a banking activity that firmly adheres to Sharia and the teaching of the Quran. Unlike conventional banking, which aims to maximize profits and charge interest on loans, Islamic banking does not collect any interest from creditors but instead use the principle of profit and loss sharing to earn that money. While trading, banks go for non-speculative and risk-averse investment. So let's move to the next point, which is common contract in Islamic banking. We have five. First is profit and loss sharing, or we call mudarabah. Mudarabah is a contract between two parties. We call it a robul mal, a person who provides capital, and the other one we name as mudarib, who provide the labor or expertise. The partnership formed by these two parties is to share profit based on an agreed rate. Second is musyarakah, which is a joint venture contract. The profit and loss must be shared, but since the profit from interest is prohibited in Islam, we need this musyarakah to be used for long-term financings needs since it has no specific end date and continues until the partner decide to dissolve it. Third is murabaha, which is an Islamic financing structure in which the seller and buyer agree to the cost and markup of an asset, also referred to as cost plus financing. It is an acceptable form of credit sale under Islamic law, where the purchaser will not become the true owner until the loan is fully paid, as with a rent-to-own arrangement. Fourth is the ijara contract, where one party transfers the right to use an item he owns to another party for a specific period in exchange for an agreed consideration. Last but not least is salam, which was the contract where the full payment of goods is paid in advance, but the delivery of the good is made at an agreed future date.
Okay, that's a lot of common contract in Islamic banking. So, Ms. Tasha, can you explain the importance of Islamic banking in Malaysia and why Malaysia is a significant player in the global Islamic banking industry?
It's a good question, Kama. So, why is it important? This is because most people in Malaysia are Muslim. Therefore, compliance with Islamic Sharia is very important, especially in the financial sector. By ensuring that financial transactions are in line with Islamic law, Malaysia can attract more domestic and international investors. Not only that, the community will feel more secure in making transactions or using services from Islamic banking because of no prohibited element and compliance with Sharia Islam. Next, it is important because it has high stability and resilience due to the principle of resharing and asset-based financing that exists in Islamic banking. If viewed in general, Islamic banks are more prepared to manage manage risk during an economic downturn because the model used does not encourage excessive risk taking and speculation. So the second question was, how is Malaysia a significant player in the global Islamic banking industry? This is quite interesting. Malaysia has been a trailblazer in Islamic finance for over 3 decades with several important achievements such as the Islamic Banking Act of 1983, where this legislation allowed the establishment of the first Islamic bank in Malaysia. Subsequently, Malaysia has developed a comprehensive financial infrastructure, including a regulatory framework to support Islamic finance. Other achievements are such as system liberalization and human capital development. There is an interesting point where Malaysia Islamic banks have achieved impressive growth from the beginning of their formation until December 2019, when Malaysia Islamic banking asset reached 255 billion USD, representing 38% of the total deposit of the banking sector. Malaysia's success beyond this border has invited foreign financial institutions to establish international Islamic banking businesses within its border. Not only that, the country also actively participates in shaping global Islamic financial regulation, and Islamic long record of stability adds wealth and maturity to the global financial system.
Oh, that's a great. So thank you for your opinion, Miss Tasha. So, however, I got a question here from the audience. So, Miss Tasha, can you elaborate more about the history of Islamic banking laws in Malaysia and their legal framework?
Yes, of course. So there are a few scenarios regarding the history of Islamic banking law in Malaysia starting from 1960 until the present. Interest in Islamic banking in Malaysia began in the 1960s when there was a push for awareness and a high demand from Muslims to have financial services that comply with Islamic principles. Then in 1963, the Hajj Fund Board, or we call it as Tabung Haji, was established, which was the first financial institution to offer Islamic financial services that allow Muslims to save money to perform the Haji in Mecca. Shortly after that, in 1983, the Islamic Bank Act, or we call it IBA, was enacted, which allowed the establishment of Islamic banks in Malaysia and provided a comprehensive regulatory framework for Islamic banking, including provision for the establishment, operation and supervision of Islamic bank. The power to regulate and supervise this Islamic bank has been given to Bank Negara Malaysia, which is called BNM. In the same year, Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad, BIMB, was established, making it the first Islamic bank in the country. Following that, the Takaful Act 1984 was enacted to regulate the Islamic insurance industry, that is Takaful. Then the Financial Sector Master Plan 2001 was launched by BNM, which aims to develop and strengthen the Islamic banking and financial sector and promote Malaysia as an international Islamic financial hub. Next, the Islamic Financial Service Act 2013, which we call it as IFSA, was established to replace the IBA 1983 and the Takaful Act 1984. These two acts were combined into one, which is the IFSA 2013, to update the regulatory framework for Islamic financial institutions. IFSA 2013 introduced more stringent governance, risk management, and consumer protection measures to ensure the stability and integrity of the Islamic financial system. IFSA also strengthened the Sharia governance framework by requiring all Islamic financial institutions to establish a Sharia committee to ensure compliance with the principle of Sharia. In addition, BNM's Sharia Advisory Council, or we call as SAC, plays an important role in the Islamic financial industry by providing authoritative Sharia decision and guidance on Islamic banking and finance matters. It functions as the highest authority on Sharia matters in Islamic finance industry. Moving on to the next, which is the legal framework for Malaysian Islamic Bank. Several key features needs to be seen. First and foremost is the supervisory control. BNM is the main regulator and supervisor of Islamic banks, ensuring that they comply with conventional banking regulation and Sharia principle. In addition, Islamic banks must comply with the principle of Sharia, which prohibit riba, which is interest, gharar, excessive uncertainty, and maisir, gambling. Financing activities must be based on profit loss sharing, trade-based contract, and rent-based contract. Finally, the legal framework needs to encourage innovative and development in the Islamic financial sector to support new products and services that meet evolving consumers' needs while adhering to Sharia principles. For the last word, the history and legal framework of Islamic banking in Malaysia reflect a deliberate and strategic approach to integrating Sharia-compliant financial services into the national financial system. Malaysia's comprehensive and robust legal framework has made it a global leader in Islamic finance, serving as a model for other countries looking to develop their Islamic banking sector.
Okay, thank you for your explanation, Miss Tasha. So can we continue to Miss Nisa? So Miss Nisa, can we discuss the growth of potential in the Islamic banking sector, both within Malaysia and global?
Thank you for the question on the growth potential of Islamic banking, both domestically in Malaysia and globally. Islamic banking has indeed experienced remarkable growth in recent years, driven by several key factors. In Malaysia, Islamic banking has been cornerstone of the financial sector, with the country being a pioneer and global leader in Sharia-compliant finance. The Malaysian government has been proactive in fostering an environment conducive to Islamic banking, which has contributed significantly to its growth. Initiatives such as regulatory frameworks that support Islamic finance, innovative product development, and strong institutional support has all played pivotal roles. So beyond Malaysia, Islamic banking has seen increasing acceptance and adoption globally. Countries across the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and even in non-Muslim majority countries has recognized the ethical and sustainable principles that underpin Islamic finance. This global acceptance has led to the establishment of Islamic financial institutions and the integration of Sharia-compliant products into mainstream banking systems worldwide. The growth of Islamic banking globally is also supported by rising demand for ethical finance solutions and the increasing awareness among investors about the benefit of Sharia-compliant banking practices. This presents significant opportunities for further expansion and diversification within the Islamic finance industry.
Okay, that's a great explanation, Miss Nisa. So, next question. Can you compare the regulatory frameworks for Islamic and conventional banks?
Thank you for the question. Malaysia operates a unique dual banking system where both Islamic and conventional banking coexist harmoniously. This system allows for parallel system that cater to diverse financial needs while adhering to different set of principles. In Malaysia, conventional banking operates under a framework regulated by Bank Negara Malaysia, or we call as BNM, following conventional banking laws that are based on interest-based transaction. On the other hand, Islamic banking operates under Sharia principles, which prohibit interest, or we call it riba, and promote risk sharing and ethical investment. This dual system offers customers a choice between Islamic and conventional banking products and services. Islamic bank in Malaysia adhere to Sharia-compliant principles such as profit sharing, mudarabah, or cost-plus financing murabaha, and leasing ijara, insurance finance transaction are conducted in a manner consistent with Islamic teachings. Bank Negara Malaysia always also plays a crucial role in regulating both Islamic and conventional bank, ensuring adhering to respective law and maintaining financial stability. The regulator framework includes specific guidelines and standards for Islamic finance, promoting transparency and consumer protection. In conclusion, Malaysia's dual banking system facilitates a harmonious coexistence between Islamic and conventional banking, offering customers a wide range of financial services while respecting diverse financial preference and religious belief. This model has contributed to Malaysia's prominence in global Islamic finance and underscore its commitment to fostering a thriving and inclusive financial sector. Thank you for your question, and I welcome any further discussion about this topic.
Okay, actually, I have one more question for you, Miss Nisa. So, Malaysia has used Islamic and conventional, right? So, in your opinion, what should we do to harmonize these two systems?
So, in my opinion, to harmonize these two systems is firstly fostering mutual understanding and cooperating between Islamic and conventional bank is essential. This can be achieved through regular dialogues, workshops, and training sessions aimed to educating banking professionals about the principles and practices of each system. Second, efforts should focus on standardizing practices in aligning regulatory frameworks where possible. While Islamic banking operates under Sharia principle, these are areas such as consumer protection, risk management, and reporting standard where convergence can be beneficial for both sectors. Thirdly, promoting innovation and product development that bridge the gap between Islamic and conventional banking can ensure harmony. This include developing hybrid financial products that integrate Sharia compliant principles with conventional banking practices, catering to a wider range of customer needs. Lastly, changing public awareness and education about both Islamic and conventional banking system is crucial. This can be achieved through financial literacy program, public seminar, and campaigns highlighting the benefit and distinction of each system. Harmonizing Malaysia Islamic and conventional bank system requires a multifaceted approach involving cooperating, standardization, innovation, and public education. By fostering a collaborative environment and addressing regulatory and operational challenges, Malaysia can strengthen its dual banking system and maintain its position as a global leader in Islamic finance.
Okay, thank you, Miss Nisa, for the great idea. So, hoping the audience can get something from Miss Nisa. So, now we jump to the last panel. So, how are you, Miss Aida?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Okay, Miss Aida, from the topic that we have been discussing, did you see what kind of challenges that Islamic banking has faced?
Thank you, Miss Moderator, for such an interesting question. So, the first challenge is ensuring a Sharia compliance. Islamic banks must comply with both conventional regulatory requirement and Sharia law, which can be complex and varies across different jurisdictions. Each bank has a Sharia board to ensure compliance, but difference in interpretation can lead to inconsistency and confusions. The second challenge is a competition with conventional bank. Islamic bank often struggle to achieve the same level of market penetration as a conventional bank, which have a more established presence and greater resource. Conventional bank benefit from economies of scale, making it challenging for Islamic bank to compete on cost and pricing. Additionally, some consumer and businesses may perceive Islamic bank as riskier or less stable due to their different operating principle. And the third challenge is educating consumer about Islamic finance. Many consumers lack awareness and understanding of Islamic banking principle and how they differ from conventional banking. There are common misconceptions that Islamic finance is only for Muslim or that is less profitable than conventional finance. Islamic bank need to invest significantly in marketing and educational campaign to inform potential customer about their service and benefits.
Oh, so what kind of solution can we do to face all the challenges that you mentioned just now?
great question. So the first solution for ensuring Sharia compliance, Malaysia has established a centralized Sharia Advisory Council under the Central Bank of Malaysia, which is Bank Negara Malaysia, and the Security Commission Malaysia, which is SAC. This council provide consistent Sharia rulings and guidance, ensuring uniformity across the industry. The second solution from the competition with conventional banks, Malaysia has encouraged the development of Islamic web windows in conventional bank, allowing them to offer Sharia compliant product. This strategy increase market penetration and offer consumer more choice, enhancing their competitive landscape. And my last solution is educating consumer about Islamic finance. The Malaysia International Islamic Finance Center, which is MIFC, initiative play a pivotal role in promoting awareness and understanding of Islamic finance. Through seminar, workshop, and public awareness campaign, MIFC educates consumer and business about the benefit and principle of Islamic finance.
Okay, let's start with the growth potential. So, Ms. Aida, what do you see as the key drivers for growth in the Islamic banking sectors?
Okay, the growth potential for Islamic banking is substantial, both in Malaysia and globally. In Malaysia, we have a robust regulatory framework and supportive government that actively promotes Islamic finance. The young and growing Muslim population in Malaysia, combined with increasingly financial literacy, provide a solid foundation for the continued expansion of Islamic banking. Globally, we are seeing rising demand for ethical and Sharia compliant financial products. This is not limited to Muslim majority countries. There is a growing interest in Islamic finance in non-Muslim majority region as well. The alignment of Islamic finance principle with sustainable and responsible investing in attracting a broader audience.
Oh, that's insightful. Can you expand on how technological advancement are impacting the growth of Islamic banking?
Absolutely. Technological advancement transforming Islamic banking. Fintech innovation like digital banking and blockchain make Islamic financial service more accessible. Mobile apps and digital wallet extend service to remote area. Technology enhance risk management and compliance with Sharia principle, boosting transparency. AI and machine learning improve decision making and operationally efficiency in this system.
Okay, let's talk about the future regulatory enhancement. So, what do you foresee as the key areas of focus for regulators in the Islamic banking sectors?
As Islamic banking grows, regulators will play a key role in shaping its future. One important task is to create standardized guidelines for Sharia compliance so that interpretation don't vary and cause inconsistencies. This will ensure clarity and uniformity across the industry. Another important area is improving risk management practice. Islamic bank face unique risks such as profit sharing and asset quality risks. Strengthening risk management will help address this challenge and ensure the sector's stability. Lastly, international cooperation is crucial. Harmonizing regulation across different countries will make it easier for Islamic bank to operate globally and facilitate cross-border transaction. This requires ongoing dialogue and cooperation between regulators, industry bodies, and financial institutions.
Okay, so Ms. Aida, how do you think Malaysia initiatives such as Malaysia International Islamic Financial Center (MIFC) are contributing to the growth and development of Islamic banking?
The Malaysia International Islamic Financial Center, which is MIFC, plays a key role in making Malaysia a global hub for Islamic finance. MIFC encourages Islamic finance growth by creating a favorable environment fostering innovation and promoting understanding of Islamic banking principle. MRC attract international investment and facilitate sukuk insurance, offering Sharia compliant funding options. They also educate through seminar and campaign benefiting consumer and business. These efforts support long-term such as in Malaysia, Islamic banking sector and beyond.
So, can you share your thoughts on how Malaysia's regulatory framework supports the growth of Islamic banking?
So, Malaysia regulatory framework for Islamic banking is globally recognized for its clarity and support. The Central Bank of Malaysia, which is BNM, Bank Negara Malaysia, and the Security Commission Malaysia have established a clear guideline for both conventional and Sharia compliant practice. Centralized Sharia Advisory Council ensure consistent and authoritative ruling, fostering trust and uniformity. Malaysia proactive adoption of international standard in Islamic finance reinforce its leadership in the industry.
Okay, the last question. What are your final thoughts on the future prospect of Islamic banking?
So my final thought is the future of Islamic banking look promising due to the demographic change, rising interest in ethical finance and advancing technology. To maximize this potential, we must improve regulation, encourage innovation, and cooperate globally. Malaysia, such as provide valuable insight for other nations. By prioritizing this effort, we can build a stronger, fairer, and more sustainable global financial system. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you, Miss Aida. Now we come to the end of our forum season. A special thank you to our partners that are willing to make time for us and share their specialization and ideas about Islamic banking. So I also would like to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for your active participation and valuable contributions. Your insight and discussion have made this season both engaged and informative. So we have covered a range of important topics today, which is including why Islamic banking is important, the history, legal framework, comparison between Islamic and conventional banking, key challenges and solution, and the last one, the future prospect of Islamic banking. So the perspective shared here will undoubtedly help us in our ongoing efforts to know very well about Islamic banking. So as we move forward, I encourage everyone to continue this conversation beyond today's seasons. If you have any further question or would like to follow up on any the topics discussed, please feel free to reach out to us. So once again, thank you all for your participation and enthusiasm. So we hope you found this forum beneficial and look forward to seeing you at our future events. So have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you very much.